Let's go for the first reason. Let's talk about the poverty trap. We all agree, I think we all agree, that when you work, you should be paid. So work for an hour, get an hour's wage. When we talk about tax, people are always advocating for lower taxes at the top end because they think that higher tax harms productivity. The highest tax threshold in Scotland just now is 47% last time I looked, which wasn't today, so maybe I'm wrong, apologies for that. But when you consider the marginal deduction rate, which is the rate at which you lose your benefits when you start earning, that comes out to the government's own figures, can be as much as 96%. That's more than twice the top tax rate. That's the lowest earners in society paying twice the tax rate of the highest earners. And I can understand why that is, right? It's we'll talk a few times tonight. A few of the problems are superficially sensible. If you start from the principle social security is there when you need it, and when you don't need it, it's taken away. That makes sense, right? It's just the trouble that it's really poorly implemented. And that idea doesn't work. We've got to walk away from that idea. So, how do we get rid of the poverty trap? It's quite simple. We provide people with a non-withdrawable income. So, many people are in situations where they want to work and they can't work. You hear narratives about lazy, work-shy scroungers. You hear people who don't want to work. But the reality is that employment opportunities today are really crap in a lot of areas. For a start, unemployment is really high, which is a shame. I think there's twice as many applicants for jobs just now as there are jobs nationwide, and that's not even nationally distributed. Unemployment is 3 times as high in the most deprived areas of Scotland as it is in the least deprived. So they're avoiding jobs that don't exist, I don't know. The next bit is that if you want to move into work and you're going to take that hit of losing 96% of your income, or if you're only losing 75%, that's £2 an hour you're earning at a minimum wage job, and that brings with the cost of childcare and transportation, all that kind of stuff. Buying your own lunch from Sainsbury's instead of having your toast at home. It's what could be a bigger disincentive to work than that? So the poverty trap. If you believe that getting people to work is desirable, that they need to be earning, then you have to understand that removing the poverty traps is essential to do that. So if you don't want to take people's benefits away, you don't want to make that difficulty and put that barrier in front of them to work, you either have to get rid of all the benefits, and let's just have shitloads of slums, or we put one at a fixed level that doesn't go away. And now we're talking about basic income. I think that's the point at which anyone who advocates that into work argument has to concede that the current system is broken.